All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I hope all is well with each and every one of you. It's Sunday morning, and it is time to chop it up with you all. You all know week to week, I come to you just before service so that we can chat for a few moments, check in with you all to see how you are doing. I hope and pray that all is well with each of you. It's Sunday morning, and it is back to school Sunday. And I promise you that today's back to school service is going to be to the likes that you have never seen before. So I need you to come on in the room and greet me. Let me know how you're doing. I can't quite, I'm doing this thing from my phone today, so I can't see who's on, but come on in and make sure you share this time and greet me, greet me, greet me, greet me. So who do we have with us this morning so far? Come on, Saints, let's not be slow getting in the room. Good morning, Minister Tangela. Good morning, Janet Jackson. Greetings, 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 greetings. And so I'm so looking forward to our back to school service. Our young people are going to be involved in today's service in a significant way, singing, doing what they do, leading prayer. And I've always been a supporter of youth and children because it's as a child and as a young person in ministry where I got my start. And so I hope that today that all of you, good morning, Monique. I hope that all of you are ready and excited about what God is going to do in and through. Good morning, Minister Gloria Miller. God bless you. Good morning, Elder Battle. And so I hope that you all are excited and enthused about what God is going to do and how God is going to use our young people today. It was a blessing participating with them as we put this amazing worship experience together, and we're going to worship our God in spirit and in truth. I need each and every one of you. We're getting ever closer. We're inching ever closer from week to week toward our goal of 50 shares during worship. I want us to make that today. I want us to make that goal of 50 shares during worship. Even if only one or two extra people join us as a result of 50 shares, that's an extra 50 times two. That's an extra 100 people that will be joining us in worship, even if it's only one. But we know that when we share, it's precipitously larger number than that can come and see what the Lord is doing and perhaps even give their lives to Jesus Christ. This past week, we had our vacation Bible school. Hold on, let me share this to my own page. Let's see. We had our vacation Bible school this past week. It was amazing. I'm trying to figure out, that's when you're trying to do too much. I was trying to figure out how to share it to my own page, my personal page. But we had our vacation Bible school this past week. It was absolutely amazing. Every day we had about, about 30 or so more people, 30 people or more on. We had classes for men, for women, for young adults. And then on Friday, we came together to share what we learned and how we gleaned and what the Lord used to grow us during that week. And it was a pilot for our uh, VBI, for our Victory Bible Institute, which is coming back on September the 1st, 2 weeks from now. And registration for our Victory Bible Institute opens today. Okay, so our Victory Bible Institute is going to be virtual for the fall semester. It's going to be virtual. We'll be on Zoom, but there are classes for women, men, young adults, children, and youth. We are growing in the faith. That's a part of our group blueprint, is to reach, to connect, to grow, and to serve. And so I need you to make sure that you tell all of your friends, tell all of your comrades, tell your colleagues, even tell your foes and your enemies, hey, join me for Bible study. That's how people get delivered, right? It's through the word of God. And this fall, we're going to be studying prayer and discernment. Prayer and discernment. And so we'll talk a little bit about the books that we'll be using, that we'll make available to you. You don't have to have the book, of course, to participate in the class, but the resource will help you. All right? So what else is going on? Y'all tell me what's going on with y'all. Let me see what y'all got going on with you. Let me see if I can look at these comments real quick. Good morning, Richard Way. Josh Cleveland, yes, it's going to be Felicia Nelson. So many of you all. Yes. And so, Maddie Ford, God bless you. God bless you. So, yes, I'm excited about VBI coming back in September. Wait a minute, y'all. So this is something where I do need everybody's help. Okay, and y'all are the first group of people that I'm telling about this. In September, we're going to be having 30 days of hymns and prayers. 30 days of hymns and prayers. Now, I'm going to be prepared to do all 30 days, right? Because I know at least 30 hymns and I know that I can pray. But what I want you all to do, all of you who are watching me, I want you to sing a verse and a chord. Now, this is different than Monday's Best. Y'all remember when we did the Monday's Best, right? So this is not a competition of any kind. This is not a contest of any kind. This is a part of our prayer and consecration month, and I want us all to be involved and invested in that. All right? So here's what I want you to do. I want everybody who can, you can hold a tune. I want you to sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite hymn, and then I want you to lead us in a word of prayer directly after that, right? So there are going to be some of you that I'm going to come and tap on your shoulder virtually. I'm going to send you a little DM, a little instant message and say, hey, I need you to do this. But there are others of you who I may not know can sing or hold a little tune or may even be led and desire to do this. I want you to jump in. I think that this is going to be a phenomenal opportunity for us to share in worship and in prayer. So that's happening in September, right? And we still got one more Sunday in August. And I promise you, this last sermon in this praise series is going to change your life. It changed my life. And I'm looking forward to sharing it with everybody over the next few weeks. Couple things I do need to share, just by way of reminder. It is so important, y'all, that we mobilize the vote. I need you to write that in the chat. Mobilize the vote, right? It is so important that we mobilize the vote. Voter turnout in the primary in Volusia County was extremely low still. Even with our park and praise and offering to collect ballots there, it was still very low. A change has got to come in November. And the only way that the change will come is if persons from underserved and minority communities get off of our rusty dusties and get up and not only go and vote, but to get up and make sure that our family members and those who have the right and are registered to vote do the same. All right. Attorney Joan Anthony, who you all know is a member of the Victory Center, we celebrate the fact that she is now in a runoff in the November election, right? For judge, she's the first circuit. She would be the first African American female to make it on the ballot. She's the first ever to make it on the ballot for circuit judge, which covers Volusia, Flagler, St. Johns, and Putnam County. Research her. Find out what her history in cases has been so that you can make informed decision as to who you are going to vote for. But it is so important. It is so important that we fight for change. Are you all hearing me? It is so important that we fight for change, right? We use our voices in protest, but we also need to make sure we use our voices at the polls, right? So some of you who are not in at-risk age groups and feel comfortable, you need to start signing up to be poll workers so that you know that what's going on is above board. Listen, we got to do this thing in November. We can have church all day long and we can worship all day long, but God has called us to be engaged in our communities and engaged in society. Okay, that's what's going on. So many persons, we've gotten word of persons and their family members who are ill. I want you all to know that we are in prayer. Anytime you tell us that you or your family members are ill, we are in prayer for you, that God's healing grace would be upon you and your family. So many persons have recently lost loved ones, and whether due to COVID-19 or any other cause, bereavement and grief is just that, bereavement and grief. We are praying earnestly for you, that God would strengthen you, that God would comfort you, and that God would give you peace. That is what we want in your lives. And so I hope that you all are doing well. Um, I have learned to lean into God, and of course, the flesh is weak. And there are times where I'm like, Lord, when will this end? I'm ready to get back to normal. I want to go back to church. I want to see the people. But even though the caseloads in Florida, thank God, have come down slightly, out of the 8 and 9,000. We're still adding 4,000 and 5,000 people a day, right? And for your information, don't miss this, and testing has been reduced. All right. So whereas we were testing sometimes 70, 80,000 people a day, now we're only testing 30 and 40,000 people a day. So if you cut testing in half, then caseload comes down. That does not mean that we're in better shape, right? So we're still in the midst of this thing, right? And so I want us to continue to be in prayer, pray that God would turn these storms and hurricanes and tropical storms away from the United States. I'm grateful that the two that are in the Gulf are not coming towards us, but my God, it seems like they're both going in the same, almost the same direction, the same vicinity. We need to be in prayer for our sisters and brothers across the country. All right, so it's almost time. We got 3 minutes before we need to get ready to go into worship. I need you, if you're a parent, and especially for those of you who are watching me for the first time, just kind of checking me out, I need you to make sure that you get your child settled and in front of the screen today, right? There's a word for everybody, and worship, of course, is applicable. The worship experience is applicable, and anybody can draw something for it, but we want to make sure that we prepare our students to go back to school, whether brick and mortar is their choice or your choice as a parent, or whether virtual. We want to make sure that they are spiritually prepared. So this Wednesday, for real this time, this Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m., this Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m., I want to meet and have a very brief hour-long or so conversation and prayer time with parents, faculty, teachers, etc. I know the last one I missed, and I apologize for that because we were preparing for Deacon Taylor's homegoing, and with all of that was going on, I just honestly forgot. I'm not going to sit here and try to create an excuse or a reason. Literally, I'm human, and I didn't look at my calendar in that moment, and it completely skipped my mind. But parents, faculty, staff, cafeteria workers, bus drivers, janitors, whatever role you play in education, and whatever uh, position you hold, Wednesday at 6 p.m., I want you to join me on Zoom so that we can have a conversation. And our Zoom ID is 932-705-3892. Join me on Zoom this week. All right, so it's 10:25, so it's almost time for us to get ready for worship. I'm going to text you all, especially the members of the Victory Center. Y'all know how we do. I'm going to text you all the flyer, and I need you all to do a real quick blitz on social media, Facebook and Instagram. Get in there, host a watch party, do whatever you got to do, because it's going to be amazing. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Let's talk soon.